Navigating the Storm, an in-depth emotional analysis of the bold and the beautiful. In a bold reimagining of the recent The Bold and the Beautiful movie, the narrative plunges deep into the labyrinth of personal betrayal, redemption, and fractured familial bonds. The film's intricate plot intertwines explosive actions with vulnerable emotions, compelling each character to confront their inner demons and the consequences of their choices. The turmoil of Finn's reckoning. At the heart of the turmoil is John Finn Finnegan, whose drastic act of throwing a bomb at Lee Finnegan is both a physical and symbolic gesture of rebellion against the past. Finn's emotional journey is marked by an internal struggle, torn between the urge to rectify long-held resentments and the overwhelming burden of secrets. His actions, driven by conflicting impulses of defiance and remorse, reveal a young man grappling with the weight of legacy and the pressure of living up to expectations. Finn's impulsive decision is a cathartic yet destructive means to sever ties with his past, exposing a raw vulnerability beneath his hardened exterior. Lee's descent into betrayal and sorrow. Lee Finnegan, confronted by the devastating consequences of Finn's betrayal, experiences a profound emotional collapse. Her discovery of the intimate connection between Finn and Poppy ignites a cascade of grief, anger, and disbelief. Lee's reaction is multifaceted. She is not merely overwhelmed by betrayal but is also haunted by the realization that the ties binding her family are irreparably frayed. Her sickness upon learning the truth reflects the deep, visceral pain of losing trust in those closest to her. In her despair, Lee's emotional narrative becomes a mirror for the audience, a raw depiction of how betrayal can shatter one's sense of identity and belonging. Poppy and Deacon, the conflict of duty and shame. In another thread of this intricate tale, Poppy Nozawa and Deacon Sharp emerge as complex figures caught between duty and personal anguish. Poppy's internal conflict is rooted in maternal shame and the heavy burden of her daughter's transgressions. Her interactions with Deacon are charged with an unspoken tension that blends resentment with a reluctant sense of responsibility. Deacon, in turn, carries his own scars, channeling bitterness and warning into his sharp words, as he tries to navigate a landscape where personal vendettas and professional obligations dangerously intersect. Their dialogue at Il Giardino encapsulates the struggle between upholding one's honor and the painful acceptance of familial imperfection. The fragile bonds of family and the quest for identity. The narrative deepens with Taylor Hayes and Bill Spencer's attempts to mediate between disparate worlds, highlighting the delicate balance between forgiveness and accountability. Taylor's conversations with Bill underscore a commitment to healing, even as the specter of past wounds looms large. Meanwhile, Ridge Forrester's cautious optimism, bolstered by the temporary containment of Luna, reveals a man striving to reclaim order amidst chaos. His musings about whether Luna's confinement will temper Lee's emotional fury illustrate a poignant tension, the hope for reconciliation battling against the inevitability of heartbreak. Luna's cry for authenticity. Perhaps the most heart-wrenching moment arrives with Luna, who, trapped under the weight of her tumultuous family history, pleads for recognition beyond the labels imposed on her. Her impassioned declaration, that she would rather sacrifice everything than return to a life of confinement, serves as a powerful metaphor for the universal struggle for identity. Luna's raw emotion resonates deeply, portraying a young soul desperate to be seen and understood for who she truly is, rather than merely a product of her familial legacy. Conclusion. Bold and the Beautiful weaves a narrative tapestry where explosive actions and whispered confessions reveal the multifaceted nature of human emotion. Through its complex characters, the film offers a compelling exploration of betrayal, loss, and the redemptive power of authenticity. In dissecting these layered emotional arcs, the movie challenges its audience to reflect on the true cost of secrets and the enduring strength found in confronting one's innermost truths.